Now, one of the things that I personally would be afraid of with students learning how to code using generative AI is, well, maybe they're not actually going to learn the concepts. They're just going to rely on this tool doing it for them, which is what I've often heard some people say with mathematics concepts. Well, you need to write it out by hand, otherwise you're going to rely on your calculator and you're not going to understand it. Well, in this particular study, they found, quote, although learners in the Codex group used the documentation less and relied heavily on AI-generated code for the authoring tasks, they still did just as well, and in some cases better, in manual code modification tasks, end quote. It's from page 10. That is such a key finding right there. We really need more studies to kind of like follow up with this and figure out, is this something that is found in other areas with other platforms, etc.? Because if so, that is a fascinating result. Honestly, one that I wouldn't have predicted. What it's basically saying is, hey, we could use these code generators that allow students to learn something faster, and they're actually scoring better than if they hadn't used it. Right now, I'm looking at these findings and going, what's the downside here? Why would anyone not do this? Especially when we look at the evaluation phase, which is like the post-test, and you find that both groups perform similarly on all three different tasks that were measured, in terms of the authoring tasks, the modifying task, and the multiple choice tasks. And in some of those tests, the students who used Codex, the AI code generator, actually performed better than the students who did not. That is really interesting. This excerpt was from the CSK8 podcast, episode 188, which is titled, Studying the Effect of AI Code Generators on Supporting Novice Learners in Introductory Programming. You can find this on any major podcast platform by simply searching for the CSKA podcast or going to jaredoleary.com, where there are hundreds of more episodes where I unpack scholarship and interview some awesome guests.